Hi, everyone, and welcome to Spiritual Talk. Well, I think we're live anyway, I'm not sure. And as you can see, I'm on my own, but the show must go on. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Spiritual Talk. And yes, I'm on my own. It feels a bit strange, but I'm kind of not on my own because I've got Jane in the background, but she's not been very well. So if you can send her some healing vibes, guys, that would be absolutely brilliant. But tonight is no exception. We've got another great guest. We have the brilliant Lee Almond. Before I bring him on, I'm just going to say a few hellos to those that are watching, to Jane, Serena, Carol, Eddie. Hi, guys. And if I'm sounding like a Dalek, I'll quickly change my microphone before I get Wayne in, because I've been having all sorts of problems. I don't know what's going on. What's going on with Facebook? Hi, Connie. Hi, Suzanne. Hi, Lou. I hope that's better. I hope you can hear me as well. Great stuff. Okay, so I'm now going to get our guest in. Our guest tonight is Lee Almond. He is a medium healer and also, I don't know if I should mention this, he's a Man City supporter. And to be fair to him, there is a little football game going on tonight, but he's actually put that aside to serve spirit tonight to come on the show. Welcome, Wayne. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. But I'm sure you'll keep updated. But I can leave the football towards the end. So
yeah, it's okay, mate. They're going to lose about 16-0, so don't worry. You're not missing much. Now I'm sure they'll win.
I've even left my shirt in the cupboard as well in the wardrobe.
Yeah, because we do a little show, don't we, with football tops on. But we'll talk about that later. So, Wayne, welcome to Spiritual Talk. It's great to have you on. I've even got my jacket. I've dressed up for you, especially. But it's great to have you on. Now, you've got quite an unusual way into mediumship and how it all started for you. But you're reasonably new in terms of working with the public, aren't you? But how did it start for you? Because am I right in saying it started as a child?
Sorry?
Am I right in saying my microphone's rubbish because I'm having to use a different microphone? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry guys. I'm really trying to work with the technical problems that we have. But how did it all start for you, my friend?
Back just before COVID. But I can remember being a child and the usual, putting a blanket over your head, sweating, feeling spirit, which I know is spirit now, but I just thought, what is that? I told them to go away and they listened to me. But now I know that I was meant for spirit to come back. I wasn't ready for spirit just then, but I had an earthly journey. I had things I had to learn on the earth plane, things to go through. So, yes, back in 2019, it was in October. And it was when talks of the COVID was around. I was going to the gym, normal person, going to work, coming home. And I don't know where it come from, but I just decided to start meditating. And that's what am I doing? And then I bought a desk. I was buying Wicca stuff. I was doing spells. I was doing things out of the unusual. And I just really, really being strongly urged to doing witchy stuff, which, and then I was getting weird feelings and I was going to the gym and just my normal life, feeling things, actually seeing a spirit go across a bridge where people would have jumped over to end their life on the motorway, which I know it was a spirit, because when it went over the bridge, I looked behind the bushes and she was gone. So it's a spirit. But yeah, I just went to the gym, said to my mate, "What you doing tonight?" And he said, "Going to an open circle." So I've always been intrigued in stuff like that. And yeah, there's one near me, and I thought I'll check it out. Checked it out, didn't get a reading, which was pretty gutted. But yeah, I seen one of the mediums at the end and just started chatting, got in touch, Facebook, went through, had a few readings. And then, yeah, one thing became another. I started getting more interested into it, got in touch with another medium, did a few workshops. I was seeing photographs of people passed over, doing the shopping when they would have been here, looking into rice images, all kinds of things. And then, yeah, I started going to open circles, and it was just coming to me dead fast. And it was like 2020, and then I started developing more. Started doing, did a page, started doing an hour readings, and yeah, I did my first platform, church platform, 4 months into my progress, and that was pretty strange, weird. My head was like an antenna. I was like that literally, because spirit was so, and it was very high, the energy. I wasn't used to it. So but yeah, there was so much into it. That was just a little short way of saying it. But yeah, I've not looked back one bit. But yeah, it come very fast to me. And yeah, a few things that happened to me where I could have died, but I'm still here. It getting hit by a car. All things come back. I was that far from my head hitting a curb. And I know now, I was meant to not go that day. And
Okay, all joking aside, I want to say it was a Man U fan, but all joking, when did that actually happen? You're getting hit by a car. Was that years before?
yeah, this was before. This was well before. In the night, about 1998. So it was a long time away. But I remember now things I used to always say to myself, I'm special. I know we're all special, but I used I used to always get things in my thoughts, and I thought, where am I getting these thoughts? And I was getting strange things, but it all makes sense now. Um, going forward and stuff like this, and weird, strange feelings, but now it all makes sense, really does. And yeah, it is. It's just amazing how they work, where they want you, synchronicity. And yeah, I remember my first reading on Zoom, and I was proper chuffed because I felt spirit tugging me like that. And I said, "All right, I'm going to do it, but don't I'm going to trust you. And if I trust you, I'm going to do it every day now. Tick the fun button." And I remember coming off, went into the other room and said, "I did my first reading to my wife," and she went, "All right." Yeah, but she knew how passionate I was about that, and I knew it is a lot to take on. It can take over your life if you don't really have that balance. So
Yeah.
you've got to learn to take that balance. But yeah, thinking back, just before COVID, it just come at the right time, because I was in my room for 4 months, literally meditating, connecting, feeling spirit, my guides, and it was all really coming left, right, everywhere, going to open circles, just working, and I was just going really all over the place, really, and yeah, doing spells.
So, mate, you've had, it's fair to say, a monumental rise into mediumship, such a speed as well. And it's interesting, it's almost like unconsciously stepping into mediumship. You wasn't always aware of what was going on or why, you just was. And that,
Nope.
to me, is really going with the flow. And a lot of people tend to resist that. you're clearly a man that's quite open enough to go with the flow. And I guess what I'm trying to ask is, meditation was key for you because it helped you to understand what was happening.
Yeah, 100%. I could sit here and I was doing different meditations. I wasn't too keen on the guided, but I realized that I had to do the guided to work the third eye. And then I was learning to develop things myself. I was, well, self-taught myself, apart from when I went to open circles and went to certain workshops with a medium, a good medium who I knew at the time. And he said, Wayne, you need to go open circles. You need to, start getting it out there, getting out. And it was just flowing, really flowing. But yeah, as regards to meditation, yeah, it was beautiful. I just loved the feeling. I was hooked on it, the energy. And, I was lovely sitting in my room. I had got my own space, set it out. And yeah, it's a place I could come really meditate. I could feel spirit straight away. My guides always come around my face, and I know like left woman, and I don't know. You get to know it all as you go along, but my guides were really strong around me, around my face area, and I could feel like an angel or someone behind that side. So that was nice, and which is still there. But yeah, the meditation was it opened you up so much more. And then I learned about sitting in my energy, sitting in the light. And that was just really opens your eyes. You connect more with the spirit world. And then I got learned about the universe, manifestation. And, it's a big, big, big galaxy out there, universe, world. And when I look around now, I don't see people. I see light. So when someone's putting books up in facing my shop, I just see like a light with like a form just putting the books. Like, it's strange. That's the way I look at everything now. It's just pure light.
So, let's be honest, you've had a monumental rise quickly. Some people spend 20 years before they even go out there, mate. They'll spend 20 years in circle. But what sort of impact has that had on your personal relationships, i.e. your lovely wife, children? Is that had an impact on them?
It's brought us closer. Well, we was always close anyway. We love each other. My wife went through a lot of health problems. I went through some health issues myself. And yeah, it was tough. This was just before I had my awakening. My wife was ill. I had a bit of a bad past as well. But regarding my family, yeah, it is. It's given us our business. It's opportunities for me. I never used to drive. My spirit guides, I was happy just going on my bike to work, and my guide says, Wayne, you need to drive. And we need to go places. And honestly, I've been driving about a year, and I would have never thought I'd be driving.
Wow.
I never thought I'd have a business. I passed my theory test on my birthday, 21/12/2021, all the twos and ones.
Oh, wow. If
Yeah,
anyone does
and
the importance of that, mate. If anyone out there is doing numerology, let us know what that means.
yeah, so yeah, I was born 21/12/1974. So my time was at COVID, 2019, 2020, and then it was my birthday, 21. So yeah, and now I'm doing trance with Libby Cook from Wakefield Church.
Yeah, I know Libby. Yeah, we had Libby, yes, on the show.
Oh, she's amazing. Oh, amazing. When I did my first, when I was starting out going to Nottingham, all these online open circles, I used to go to Libby's, and I have to be careful what I say. She used to always tell me off, Wayne, don't be saying that. You can't say that. You know, being really tough with me. And, you know, she's seen, you know, Wayne, you're going to go far. You're going to do this, do that. And now I'm in a group doing trance, and I'm on the Paul Bannister show. So, you know, it's awesome.
Spiritual
I'm
talk.
living
It's not just me, it's Jane and Alice as well. So it's
James
not.
and Alex as well. So,
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So we got a couple of questions coming already, mate. So we got one from Carol quickly, and we got one from Suzanne. Carol said, "Do you think having a variety of different types of mentors and circles is better than staying just with one?"
don't stay with one. 100%. I'm a free spirit. I could feel other mediums, healers around me at that time wanting me to be in their circle because of the way I was working, the stuff I was getting. And people was like, "Who's he?" You know, you could feel it. I would have got other, how can I say, not teachers, but someone who was running a circle come in halfway through my readings because I was giving good evidence, getting good evidence. I don't know how you want to say it. I've got no ego, me. Believe me and you, I don't. But yes, go to other circles. Definitely, 100%. You've got to feel different energies. Not only that, your guides need to learn off other guides as well. So you need to always go around. Go where you feels right for you. Don't don't copy of other people. Take little bits what suits you, and yeah, just go with what you're feeling. And yeah, just again, don't stick with one circle.
Do you know, I met a long time ago, I met an old medium, and he gave me a great piece of advice. He said, go out, look at all different mediums, how they work, and kind of ask your guides, talk to your team. That's how I want to work, and set that standard within yourself. I do believe working with spirit, most mediums that I know will set that standard. They go above and beyond to develop themselves to get to that point because of the responsibility of working with spirit. But I agree with what you've just said there, mate. There's another great question from Suzanne. Hi, Suzanne. When you felt spirit guides around your face, how did it feel? Now, a lot of people will be asking questions about guides because so many people out there want to know what, how do we connect, how do we bring their essence closer, or if that makes sense.
Yeah. And like you said about, you know, watching other guides, when I work, I always say to my guides, can you please learn something from those guides, what you don't? So I always ask my guides to learn off the other guides as well, of other mediums or something, just to learn to help my guides. So just to make you aware of that as well. Something we all do, work differently. Yeah, that is the most amazing feeling. People get cobwebs or they feel like, you know, it's the usual feeling. Sometimes I've had things smash in my room because the energy candles. But the feeling is a lovely warmth. It's basically to tell you they've got your back. They will never, ever let you down. But they will tell you when you need to rest as well. But you've got to have, before I work or something, I say, come on, guys, you know, like a football team, get all your team together. And I say, right, we're going to go out there, we're going to do it, and this, that, and the other. Now, if I'm tired and I'm going to work, they will, you know, they probably won't give me as much as what I'm going to get because they know, slow down, slow down. So if you don't listen, they will. So they're in control. I'm just a channel, but you've got to be healthy. You've got to try and be cleaning your body. Don't eat before you do readings. And like, I've not ate meat now for 3 months. So I feel really good. And yeah, but yeah, the feeling is amazing, and it just gets more stronger the more you work with spirit, and you get more warmer, you get very hot. When you work with spirit, you sweat. I do. Do you, Paul?
Yeah, I don't want to say too much. I'm going to give my secrets away. Good deodorant, mate. Good deodorant.
But yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's a beautiful feeling. It's
So So, I mean, what has been, because still people are still asking questions, but what has been your biggest challenge to date, Wayne?
Sorry, 2020 at the moment. Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
The biggest challenge.
Yeah. When you say 2020, are you talking about the football score?
No, the time, Angelic.
Okay. Okay. No way.
Well said.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So yeah. What's
Um,
been the biggest challenge?
the biggest challenge, knowledge. Knowledge is very powerful. Reading books. I've got loads of books there. I've not managed to read. This there's so much stuff you need to cram in. You've got to look after yourself. You've got to learn about energies. There's just so much knowledge, and you've got to find time for yourself. Just the challenge is all about doing the best you can with what you've got, but learn as much as you can. But yeah, it's just knowledge, really. It's just learning as much as you can. It's like when you give readings, you've got to write flowers down, you've got to have colours down. What do they mean? You've got to translate it all. It filters before it gets to you. And then you've got to translate it, and then you've got to give a reading, and you've got to be careful of how you put this reading across to a person. You don't want to offend them, but it's what you're getting at the time. So there's many challenges. One is kind of like reading books. This is a new one I've just got today. Journaling. Sorry?
Who's that by?
It's Ask and It Will. Ask and It's Given. It's Manifest Your Dreams.
Yeah.
So gratitude, journaling, just everything, just loads of diaries and books running. But there's lots of challenges and stuff. But as Paul will tell you himself, there's more. People think you don't just give a reading and that's it, and then you get people messaging you afterwards. So there's many challenges which you will come over, but it's when you love something, you don't care. You really don't, because it's something you're passionate about, something you love, and you will try and do the best you can. So yeah, there's many challenges there. Nice question, Paul.
Yeah, there's another great one. Facebook user. Hiya. Sorry, for some reason you've come in for a group because I can't see your name. Hi, Paul, and TikTok friend Wayne. We'll talk about that in a minute. What do you believe the purpose of mediumship is from your perspective?
The purpose of mediumship. Easy question. I feel we all know the answer to that. It's just letting us know that there's life after Earth. It's connecting your loved ones with the loved ones on the spirit world. It's kind of like bringing them through as much as clear as you can as the loved one on the earth plane would see, say father, for instance. It'd be like trying to get the character of this person. So mediumship is it's a beautiful way of, for that 10 minutes, 15 minutes of getting a reading, feeling your father there, as if he would. And it's beautiful. And to have the gift to be the channel where this loved one can come through and, have a laugh with you and feel how he would be. So you're feeling lots of energies every reading. So it's special. It's a gift I don't take for granted. I do get lazy at times where, I might not do as much meditation. I might be like, or things through work or stuff like that, you get drained now and again, and they understand that. And, you just got to learn to take that little bit out. But yes, it's a beautiful feeling. And mediumship it connects two worlds, your loved ones with the spirit world.
Yeah. For me, there's so many positives around mediumship, and not to mention healing. Quickly, just moving on quickly. I've put on here to contact you via Facebook and TikTok. Now, tell us about TikTok, because I've got a view on TikTok. I kind of believe it's almost the new church. So many people are obsessed with TikTok, and I've got to be honest, I've put the odd reel on there. I'm dragging my heels into the 21st century. So, but it's a great way to, and you can give quite a high impact in a very short time. So,
Yeah.
how have you found TikTok, mate? Working on TikTok?
I've not done any videos. I need more followers, so follow me on TikTok. I do short videos at the moment. It's my daughter. How'd you get on TikTok? Do a bit of dancing. I said it doesn't work like that, Mia. But I do
a bit of dancing. Did I hear that right? Do a bit of dancing. Now, honestly, I'd pay to see that.
I might do it one day with my daughter. Hopefully, she's up for it.
What's your daughter's name?
Mia.
Mia, please convince your dad to do some TikTok dancing, and we can, yeah.
I'll play this back to her. But yeah, TikTok is another social media where you see, there's so many mediumship. I should have said this in the past in that mediumship question, but I will mention TikTok now. TikTok's awesome, but again, it's how you use it. As soon as I get on to do videos, there's loads of scammers, there's loads of people. The thing is, I like to do Zoom. I like to be face to face. I will do there's a lot of loved ones that really want messages from their loved ones in spirit, and if they're not getting one, they'll feel the answers. Thank you, Paul. Thank you for that, Paul. But yes, social media is a good and bad thing. It's good for, funny things, having a laugh and stuff like that. When it comes to mediumship, you just don't know who's on the other end, and you don't know who's taking the messages. There could be 5 people taking a message, even though you know it's for one. Kind of like messes the energy up. So TikTok is good for doing a bit of philosophy, or talking about mental health, or talking about things, like I do, or walk down a river. Anyone wants to ask me any questions. And, it's a good way of getting out to show love and talking about, stuff that means stuff. It's, helping other people. So social media, TikTok is good for that. But again, going back to the mediumship side of it, I just feel there's a lot, and we all work. I've given up my job to follow my spiritual path, so I do pay. I do pay myself. I do charge for services and different types of things. That's only because it's my full-time job. But when you look around, it's just tarot reading, blah 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 blah. And there's a few that probably might not like me for this, but it's just everywhere. I look in TikTok, and there's awesome mediums out there. Don't get me wrong; they're all gifted. They're all trying to reach out and do things in their own way, but it's just everywhere. So I'll probably be doing readings on TikTok at some point, but I prefer to, it depends on who's following me. If they want to see me on TikTok, then I'll do it for them. But otherwise, I like to be on camera and see the person who I'm reading for, and it's personal, isn't it? Readings, working mediums.
Absolutely. Can I twist your arm to come and join me for about half an hour after the show? We're on.
Yeah.
If you look at the link here, mate. Poor Jane's not well, so I'd love your company in Zoom where we're going to read for some people. So, guys, if you're watching, like to join us, please copy the link for the Zoom. It will be Wayne dressed up as Jane tonight. So, or vice versa. I hope that's not Jane in there. So, okay. Ashley's put Man City have scored. Yes. Can I ask you how you feel about philosophy? Now, that's a big question.
Can I ask how you feel about philosophy? Philosopher is SNU churches, different places. They love philosophy. Philosophy is a way where people can talk about different aspects of people's lives or past, spiritualism, love, stuff like that. I think it's good. I feel philosophy is good. Me, myself personally, I just talk about love before I'm reading. I talk about what comes from my heart, really. That's how I work. But I have got philosophy books behind me, which again I've not read. But I'll just go with what's coming through me. But again, philosophy, it's one of them, Marmite. Either you love it or you don't love it. But I feel it's good. It's something people want to bring forward, like poems or something. It's good. It sets that nice calmness, that feeling before working. So I just don't like waiting too long before I work. I like to get in there, get going. Some places they have 2 songs before they start and stuff. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's good, but just not too much of it.
And I think, well, for me personally, I like philosophy for so many different reasons. One in particular, because it helps me to blend with my guide. So I get inspired. And what I found works for me is I'll listen to an address. So in a spiritualist church, there'll be an address, someone will come up, whether it's a bit of beautiful poetry, something that inspired them within the week. And I'll pick out a word. And I found that works for me. That just helps me before I work to blend with my guide. For me, it's almost like an opportunity to be in the space before to get me ready to work, if that makes sense. I know it's not what it's for, it's to inspire and to encourage people, but for me, it helps me to blend with my guide. That's interesting. Claire has put a comment on here. I go on TikTok for a quick look, but 2 hours later, I'm still scrolling. Now, I've just had a comment from Jane, who put this on a private chat because she used to work for a brain training, brain place. You might come on and tell me if I got it wrong, where they looked at all sorts of things about the brain. And this is what she said. Social media uses brain training techniques to put the user in a state of trance, which is why people scroll for hours and hours. I dislike all social media. Do you know, she has a point, and I've been caught up in that. I've been, it's great to see reels. Maybe you need to set a timer for 20 minutes a day for a bit of fun. I don't know, but there is this, you do feel suddenly you're getting sucked into it, especially TikTok. I find TikTok really pulls you in. I'm just going to hide that. But yeah, that's a great point.
One thing I do love on TikTok, and I'd be laughing at midnight when my wife's asleep, is like Lee Evans, or you get the comedians, from the past. I'm laughing. My wife's like, "Will you shut up?" But that's good for that. And there's comedies, and I'm just laughing my head off. And so it is good, but like you say, it's like Netflix when you're looking for the movie. You're there for hours, and you still don't find, and you're half asleep.
Yeah, that's because there's not much on Netflix lately. It takes you half. I shouldn't say that. We're going to get sued. Anyway.
Oh yeah,
getting back to the mediumship. So, what's this? Carol's put. I'm not sure if this is a question, Carol. I gave 2 readings. Neither person could take it as it was far back. I know I had to give this info. It was so vivid. They wanted to be known. Was I right to carry on giving the evidence?
Me, myself, I'm true to spirit. I give what I get. Yes. When it comes to certain things like bangs, crashes, seeing things like that, just so I can see a car accident, I can see the impact of it. I don't want to discuss it here, but if you would like to message me after, I can give you a more detailed of the crash if you wish to know. Other than that, it's all about asking that person, am I okay to comment, talk about the reading, or do you want to do it privately? Regarding people past, you see, it is love and light. But at the same time, a lot of people's got to understand it's difficult for us because there's a gentleman there wants me to warn someone, blah, 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 blah. You need to tell him. And then you get people coming to readings knowing there's 60 people watching or something, knowing stuff's going to come out. And then, I can't take that, or, this, that, and the other. And then later they message you, oh, Wayne, I didn't want to stay on there. And I'm like, come on, guys. It's, you've got to have respect for us as well as spirit. I don't think people take certain readings as thinking no more. It's like, it's tough. It's, you're doing a job for spirit.
Yeah, I guess the hardest thing about online mediumship is you don't know your audience, and your audience drops in and out. They might be watching Man City, whoever they're playing. So, and if you don't have that 100% concentration from your audience, and it's not their fault because you're going into their lives rather than coming into ours. So, which is why we changed it on Spiritual Talk, because we found for a long time, and we persevered with, and we would drop out of the power while we would hold a link for someone to come in, and then you'll get them in. They wouldn't understand some of the evidence they're getting. So we've gone into Zoom, and we found it's been a lot more powerful, a lot easier, because you have a captive audience. So when you have that captive audience, you can educate them. You kind of set the boundaries in the way you're going to work, and it really helps with feedback for you. Having said that, there's always going to be the time when people can't take the evidence, where it might be a piece of evidence where they can go away and come back. And to me, that's one of the strongest pieces of evidential mediumship you can get. Depending on the quality, you do hear a lot of mediums go, "Oh, take that away." They might say that 3 or 4 times in a message, but I don't believe that's right. It might be they've just dropped out of power. It might be it's for somebody else, and the actual person has taken the message in the first place. So there's so many things that could potentially go wrong. But I always think I can think of a couple. For instance, I remember, and I always quote this example when I do a demonstration. So I came to a lady, and I heard this gentleman say to me, "I've got my my uncle. I've got your Uncle Douglas from Edinburgh." And he wanted to say hello, and this lady turned around and said, "Oh no, love, we all come from Norfolk." Can't go anywhere with that. What do? I was doing a charity evening, and everyone's like, "Oh gosh, just get this evening over quick. It's going to be a bad one." And if you're not careful, that can really affect you. But you have to have that trust in spirit and keep going. And at the end of the evening, she came to me and said, "Oh, Paul, I'm so sorry. I forgot about my Uncle Douglas in Scotland. He lived in Edinburgh." I'm like, "Thanks for that." At least she was honest enough to come and say.
I had exactly the same, working at a church, spiritual centre. I was giving a reading for 10 minutes, and they're there, and I knew he was in the room, and I'd given it 10 minutes, and I said, "No one can take this, it's just someone." And the woman behind me, the chairperson, "I think it's for me, Wayne." I said, "Can you take everything?" "Yeah, I just didn't want to feel I was grabbing." "Oh, what?" And yet I was there for ages, and I was like, no way. So
that's always, doesn't matter what happens, you'll always get those unusual ones. There was another one where I had an experience where there was evidence about someone going to prison. I'm not going to name names, but the lady said no, and it turned out a family member was they were hiding it from this particular lady that he was going to prison. So you will come across information. You have to be careful. It's not psychic. You're not going into a psychic link. You have to. I'm quite lucky in as much as my mediumship has developed. I hear it in my right ear quite a lot, and it's about that trust in spirit. And getting back to Carol's point as well, Carol, I think there could also be someone who's doing a family tree, which is why you got that evidence, because they might be a little bit stuck. And I always think trust in the intelligence of spirit. So what we can't see straight away, they know. We don't.
exactly.
So it's great. I love this comment. Okay, here we go. I like how straightforward Wayne is. That's how it. Have you paid her, by the way, Kerry? Have you paid? I agree totally. I love your honesty, Wayne. I love your straightforward, down to earth. It does, you don't have any ego. You're just great, and people respond to that. They love that. Otherwise, very respect. Yeah. So keep doing what you're doing, mate. Pretty much.
Thank you.
Oh no, it's getting worse by the night. I don't know what to do.
I had a feeling we was going to be thinking, but yeah, thank you, Kerry. I'll give you that £50 later.
Yeah, and people like honesty, and this is the thing. As long as there is always going to be a level of what you can and can't say, because there will be, for me, things I pick up that I really have to think about whether, and you shouldn't, because then you're dropping out the power. You could argue, but I've had some really interesting stuff I'm aware of, and that's why I kind of double take. Well, is this spirit or is it me picking that up psychically? I don't know if you've had that situation, mate, where just some things that you just can't say.
Definitely. It's Kerry. I met Kerry through. She put a picture up on Facebook and of a lad, and this is how I got to meet Kerry. Yeah, it was. I won't mention who or anything, but it was through a picture she put up, and I messaged her about this gentleman. He come forward to me. I put a little comment on the comments on Facebook. She went, "Yeah, I can take that, I can take that," and she was getting really thingy. And I think I private messaged her after. She private messaged me, and then I give her a read, and yeah, she was. She needed it that day. So that's how. And this is how beautiful it is. But yeah, psychically and yeah, it's how can I say? It's a difficult one, that, isn't it? It really is, because
sometimes it's worth just checking that it's not coming from the psychic; it's coming from medium, from your.
Yeah, I can feel spirit. So when I'm working with someone psychic, I will know it's them because of their energy. So I will feel, because my focus won't be on spirit. I'll ask them to step back, but I will focus on that person. I'll ask my guys, just, what works psychic. Well, they will tell me, actually. They will say, I will know it's coming from her guides, so I know it will be psychically. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And the spirit world, the loved ones, will step back. So I say, "Well, you've had chips and curry today, haven't you?" And stuff, or you've tripped over, or just to make sure I'm getting that. And then I'll feel the energy come forward from the spirit world. So yeah, it takes practice. It takes sitting in spirit with spirit, asking them to step out your energy, feeling your energy. So yeah, when you feel that they've gone, then you're on your own and you psychic.
Yeah. There's a couple of comments here. Wayne gives it as it is, and it's the best, and that's the best way to be.
Yeah.
Katie's put Wayne hang on. There you go. Wayne gets some strange things through quite personal details. This is a great question. I'm going to just add a little bit onto this. Hi, Tammy. So do you do a lot of Reiki sessions, and how does it help, or does it help people? Have you found that when healing them, mate, have you found it also enhances your mediumship? Do you find, how does it work for you?
Well, I've actually on my level 1 Reiki at the moment. I'm doing my symbols at the moment. I'm just trying to fit it in where it is. But I use universal energy. I know it all comes from the universe, but you can use it through crystals. You can just use it through thought. My hands burn up when I connect to someone I'm giving a reading to. So I know that I'm attuned to Reiki healing and stuff like that. But you will feel the healing sensation come when you're next to someone who's a healer, or touching crystals. Oh, my hands. Well, when I'm in my shop, it is overdrive. It really is. But I love amethyst. Amethyst is like my my paracetamol. I will rub it. I've cleaned all my desk today, but yeah, I've got a skull amethyst chevron. If you can see that.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I tend to put that on my head at times. So yes, but yes, if you feel your hands burning or you feel stuff like that, then you know it's working through you, or you can feel the that someone else is a healer and stuff. But you just ask the universe, meditate into spirit. Everything I do is in spirit. Before I pray, I'll ask spirit to come first. I'll feel spirit, then I'll pray or something. I won't just say, "Our Father who art in heaven," you know. So I always like spirit to be feeling before I do something.
Now, great message here from Laura. Laura, I only came across Wayne a couple of weeks ago, and I'll say it straight, I'll say it straight as it can be. I thought, wow, this is amazing. He looks like a lad. Oh, mate, it's just a Mancunian thing, isn't it? The old Man City, I should say. And isn't into. I'm assuming she means isn't into spirituality. This is real stuff. Just goes to show you we are all human and don't ever judge by looks. Lots of love, light to you both. Keep up your hard work and amazing gifts. Now, I personally believe that mediumship should be available from working class. It sounds, oh gosh, I want to take that back. Get rid of that. From people that have got nothing to the people at the top. We should be able to connect with everybody. And I always believe the medium for everybody, because some people will go to somewhere it just don't feel right, and other people it just clicks straight away. And I love your honest, down to earth approach. I think it's brilliant, mate. I'm just gonna shut that off.
Okay, they're all around me already.
So also, before we go as well, mate, because we're like 47 minutes already into this interview, you've also run a crystal shop. Give it a quick plug.
Hi, Tasha Lou. Yeah, it's in Bury in Manchester. I started on. That's another thing. When I started spiritually and I started working professionally as a medium, I wanted my wife to be part of it, and she was like, "No." And I said, "Spirit, if you want me to work with you, you need to. How are we doing, Eddie? I want my wife to be part of it." And honestly, I woke up 3 days later and my wife turns around and said, I call her baby. And I say, "Baby, guess what?" She went, "What?" "We're going to have a crystal shop." And she went, "You crazy, go back to sleep." And honestly, found suppliers a couple of days later. We had a set up within a week. And as I was doing my Zooms, I would set up the little crystals on my desk here. And it started off with a couple of £100 worth, and hard work. I kicked my daughter out of her bedroom. They turned that into a shop at some point. She was sleeping on my floor.
Social services now. She has got a bed.
But it was tough. It was hard. We were taking bin bags of parcels to Spirit will give. Honestly, they looked after me so much, and you know, I always, you know, we work as a team, and that's what it is. And yeah, it is. You've got to talk to them like they're normal. You can't treat them any different. You don't want that. They like energy. They love you nice and.
Carol's being cheeky. She's asking if you do crystal sales online. Have you got any sales coming up? I think she's after 10%.
You can. We are on Facebook. We did have a website, but we didn't use it, so we shut that down because it's packing them all and then being at the shop. It was just hard work. So yeah. So people phone me and I'll do a video call. Like today, I had a video call, put them together, send it off, and yeah, I do stuff like that. So I can video call you or send pictures. Can we
see it online? Can we see the shop online? Does it have a page or not?
Yeah, it's on Facebook, Crystal Waynes, but I don't really put much stuff on there at the moment. But if you go on Bury Market, you will see our face. Crystal Waynes is there. But yeah, just go on Crystal Wayne's Facebook, go on my profile page. You'll see videos what I've put on of our shop and new stock.
I got to be honest, I've been watching your Facebook page with some of the famous people that keep popping up in Bury Market in Lancashire.
There's loads, yeah.
And some good ones. You've had some unusual ones. But there's been a lot of people coming your way. It must be something to do with you, mate. So, okay.
I shook hands with the Prime Minister. That didn't go well on Facebook. A lot of negativity for that, but he's a human being at the end of the day. So the chance to get a photograph, shake his hand. He says, "How's business?" I said, "It's up and down." He said, "It'll get better. It'll get better."
Yeah. So Jill's been to your shops. It's amazing if you can get there, get to it. Definitely go. Well, we're going hopefully back to Scotland a few days, in a couple of weeks. So hopefully we'll pop in on the way back, mate. Okay.
Nice, Peter. Lovely to see you.
We'll come and see you. Yeah. So we are going to go and do messages in a minute. We are going to go on to Zoom. There's a link there. Okay, come and join us. It's free. It's a little reward for following Spiritual Talk, and we've got a great little community that follows Spiritual Talk. Guys, if you ever want to improve it as well, let us know if there's anybody you want us to interview. We've got some great guests coming up, mate. Yeah, absolutely. Spiritual Talk. I thought you was putting your hand up for a question. Come on, mate. You can't go to the toilet.
I just wanted to mention I do teach mediumship beginners classes because I believe the journey is the most important. So my guides have asked me to do classes, just the beginners, which I'll put you through certain things to help you with stuff like that. So yeah, get in touch if you're interested.
Yeah, we'll get back to that in a second. Before we do that, because I want to lead that into the final question for you. Guys, let us know if you shared. And Wayne's going to pick whoever he's connected to. And I'm not sure if it's Alice's turn or Jane's turn. I'm not sure. It could be mine. I don't know, but we'll let you know. Don't worry. I did have Jane in the background. Hope she's okay because she's been really poorly. Hopefully we can send her some healing and wish her well. Hope she feels better soon. Lots of people have shared. Serena, Carol. I'm not sure the Facebook users. Let us know who you are. As a couple Facebook users. Jordan Riley. Don't know why you put the number on it. 521679. Is that your mobile number, Jordan? Lou shared. And Susan and Laura. Katie shared. There's quite a few that have shared. Nikita has shared. Jill has shared. Sending love as well and healing. Thank you for that, Jill. Jordan has shared. Eddie has shared. Eddie, for a Liverpool fan, you're very funny. He's just said the gardening group wasn't happy. Dot Cotton has shared, sending lots of love. Lou Cook has shared. Who do you feel? Oh, Tasha Lou has shared as well. Who do you feel drawn to?
I can't see no comments.
If you look on your left, I think it's on your right hand side. If you look at the screen,
it just says wait. What I'll do is I'll go on my phone. I'm not. What was that?
Christine Davis has shared. Emma Barker has shared. Nikki Skulls lots of love hearts.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Yeah, phone number. I've just seen it though. Right, okay. I can only see a few names at the moment. Right, okay. I'll just bring Spirit through because I feel. Okay. I feel a fatherly energy with me just coming forward. A dad energy. He's bringing me the name James, if anyone can understand that, and he's bringing me a lot of pressure around the chest area, around the heart.
Now, mate, before you do that, you're going into a link, aren't you? Before you do that, I want you to pick one of those people that shared for a free reading.
Is that
So,
what I'm doing?
yeah, no,
Giving
just take
readings.
a sort of name and we'll do the free reading. We'll do that in a minute because I picked up that gentleman as well. Uh, and the
Right.
Zoom link, guys, is on the screen. Can you see the Zoom link on the screen, Jordan? Because Jordan's asked where's the link.
Right. There's so many. Right. I'm gonna say Deb Ware.
Deb Ware, congratulations. You have won a reading. Okay. Well done. I've got to do one next week after spiritual talk. So, well, in between, because I'm not supposed to be doing, I think it's the girls next week, but I'm not sure. Depends on poor old Jane, whether she's not well. So, congratulations, Deb. Get in touch with me and I'll let you know if it's me or Alice or Jane. Okay. Mate, before we go on to Zoom, I was just going to ask you what next. I know you do a little thing once a month with some dodgy medium from Norfolk who supports Norwich. But other than that, what else are you doing? So we're doing once a month Friday Night Lives, aren't we?
Yeah, and that's fantastic. I love the energy with that. And the thing is, I love the way Paul works. I would have loved him as my teacher as I would at my beginning thing, because he doesn't, he keeps going. He knows it's there. He knows it's there. And I don't understand that. But then they get it at the end, and it is what it is, and which is fantastic.
You'll get it in the end. It's what it is. It's called torture.
Yeah.
We will listen.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I do a 6 week Sundays course, 2 hours each Sunday. So get in touch with me there. And I've had a few students that have come on and they're doing really well. The confidence barrier, that's what it's all about. Confidence. I can't see spirit. I said, oh, you will do. And you just put them through exercises, tell them what to do. And they're set up also private one-to-one readings with them with a male, because there's loads of female energies. I don't know disrespect, but I like them to work with different energies. So my guys will tell me who to set up who, so I'll do it outside the course. So it's going that extra mile, because when I was starting out, I was looking around and there wasn't much around. Well, I probably might not have looked further, but yes, if you do know anyone who's been on my courses, Tash Lou's been on it, who's on here, and there's a few others, and I've got a girl called Cheyenne. She's on this course now. She's working on my page, giving live readings on Monday. Emma Sterling, Lisa Foreman's working with me tomorrow. She was one that was on my courses. So yeah, and I'm doing trance course, and it's amazing. So trance is the next thing I'll be doing with Libby Cook, awesome person as well, and a teacher.
Yeah, that's awesome, mate. It sounds like you've got a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm of working with spirit, and mate, honestly,
Selenite.
Oh, that is. I thought that was a drink for a minute. I thought you was drinking. We haven't even finished working yet. I know you're celebrating 2-0 up, but I don't want, just in case they come back. That's all I'm saying.
I know. We're psychic. We're going to win. Everyone keeps saying that at work. Oh, Wayne, you should know that. You should know that. And it's not like that at all.
Yeah. Oh, Susan's asked, what's your page? Quickly. I'll just quickly
follow me, Lee Almond. And messages from your loved ones in spirit. I've also got a healing group page for those who need healing, which is Wayne Healing with Friends. It's got a green heart on. A lot of people. I'm also doing a marathon, mediums marathon on the 4th of June for Ebony. She's got terminal ill cancer, so we're going to put a post up for that. So please follow, donate through GoFundMe. Yeah, she's going through a lot of chemo and stuff. This young girl, she's only 7. She's on my page. I like to do a lot to give back, also to charities. I try and give back as much as I can, really. So yeah, Wayne Lee Almond, you'll see the art, Black and White Wolf, and and messages from your loved ones in spirit, which is my light page where I do free readings and stuff. So yeah, get in touch, and yeah, be good.
Mate, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on, and I look forward to working with you and just watching your progress. Okay, we love your banter, we love your energy, and you're a good sport. We've given you a lot of stick over Man City, but no, we do wish them well. They are an English club at the end of the day, so they are flying the flag for England, Great Britain, etc. So, Wayne Lee Almond, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for coming to Spiritual Talk, and we'll see you very soon. Good night,
to everyone who works with Spiritual Talk.
I'll leave the link down Zoom. I'll see everyone over on Zoom. Take care, everyone. Bye. Bye. Bye.